Yeah?
Yeah, state chairman is coming.
Is it here?
Yes, sir. The state chairman is coming to receive you. He said he will stay in his presidential suite first. Hi, Chief, sir. Welcome. Hi, Chief. Welcome. I was in the same flight with you yesterday.
Sounds correct.
Yeah,
Sounds correct.
You just want me to relax while you get Okay. Hi, Chief, sir. Hey. Hey. Welcome, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
Welcome,
sir. Welcome.
I die. Good to see you. I die. These are your eyes. You ask them again. They are consecrated in the East.
This is caller from PDP Anambra State, sir. Thank you. To hold your hand, I can begin a vessel. PDP Anambra. Among the delegation, Oka North, Oka South, Oka South.
Power to the people.
A very, very happy new year. A prosperous new year. And a new year that our hopes and aspirations will be reconstructed and rebuilt. I want to thank you for the efforts you put in during the last governorship elections in Anambra State. We could have done much better. We need greater unity. We need greater cohesion. We need greater sincerity to each other. We all belong to the People's Democratic Party, one great family. And it is only when we are united that our vision, our hopes, and aspirations without betrayal can be achieved. I want to beg all of you, plead with you, that we should use 2022 as a year of rebuilding our great party. Our great party holds Anambra State in very, very high esteem. Anambra State has produced majority of the leaders of this country, and to which we have to look up to politically for developments. So it breaks anybody's heart to say that Anambra State, that is the home of PDP in Nigeria, is not controlled by the PDP at the state level. We are approaching 2023. We believe that we must do a lot much more. We must start by making sure that we register our members both in the People's Democratic Party and also increase our membership on the INEC platform. Having said this, our main mission of coming to Anambra State is to talk to you about the aspirations of Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 to 2007, Waziri Atiku Abubakar. In doing so, I am very conscious I'm very much aware of the aspirations of our people from the southeastern part. So we are not being insensitive. And that is why we have come on consultation. That is why we have tried. We said we were going to go through the 36 states of the Federation. Anambra is the 30th state we are visiting. And it would have been easy to say, oh, let us leave the Southeast. But we believe in one united Nigeria. We believe in working together with all parts of Nigeria to take us back from the brink we are at the present moment. There are quite a lot of challenges. 2018 in Port Harcourt, you played a very dominant role in ensuring that Waziri Atiku Abubakar emerged as the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. So we want to formally thank you for that support and contribution. We want to also remind you that in 2019 there was a general election. And during that 2019 general election, Waziri Atiku Abubakar definitely emerged victorious. But he was robbed by the manipulations of those that are in power today, specifically the APC. And it also happened with the connivance and support of some of us who are members of the People's Democratic Party. And that is why I said there must be unity of purpose across all the 36 states of the Federation, not only here in Anambra. We must address ourselves and look at ourselves in the face and choose whether the betrayers pay us or pay our families or pay the generations that are coming after us. Is this the legacy that our founding fathers left for us? Now, Nigeria is totally at the verge of collapse. Nigeria has not been so divided as it is today. And this is along ethnic and religious lines. Nigeria's economy has not been so battered as it is today. In fact, they say we are the poverty capital of the entire world now. Unemployment is over 35% now. Our youths cannot find jobs. Our industries lack spare parts, lack machinery because of inadequate foreign exchange. There is no time in the history of Nigeria that we have borrowed so much money like we are facing right now. I hear that it is projected that at the end of this year, we will have taken over 50 trillion. And it is our children who will repay this. We cannot sit back and allow this total decay and collapse and failure of the economy of the nation. Anambra has the intellectuals, the educated manpower, the industry, the industrious sons and daughters that can help salvage Nigeria. I am to say that, yes, there is a mention of the fact that, oh, Waziri Atiku is an old man. I said, good. Look at this myriad of problems, the challenges that we have. Is it a young person that has no experience that will be able to solve these problems? Is it something that will come overnight? You need wealth of experience. You need a unifier. You need somebody who has a proven track record. Not people that, a lot of the people that have been turned on us, like the man that is there now, at the helm of the APC, federal government, who has no experience, he has no track record of doing anything successfully before, except for the fact that he participated in a coup. We need people who have proven track record. We need people who have a history, a story behind their names. And we have looked and we came to the conclusion that we need the experience, the knowledge, the exposure of somebody who has those values. Or may I turn around and ask you, if you buy a brand new car, are you going to employ a learner driver, or you are going to give your car to a proven driver? Who are you likely to give your vehicle to? Proven driver. I didn't hear the people on this side. Proven driver. Now, I want to also quickly point out that in the United States of America, where we are practicing and drawing experience from, that Trump is preparing for the 2024 elections. And today, how old is he? 76. That's Trump. Biden is 79 now. If you go to Asia, where they are performing wonders, it is experienced, tested, proven leaders that they have. Age is not a barrier. Some people have asked me, oh, why does Atiku not choose somebody, a younger person? Well, it is for the same reasons I have said. You need a tested, a father figure who is an embodiment of all the values that I have raised that we require. It is not going to be a learner driver. And in any case, I did say, from this younger generation, they still need to mature more. Let us not be too ambitious in wanting to become president today because I succeeded as a local government chairman or as a state governor. The problems of Nigeria are more complicated, more complex to be resolved. You need experience, maturity, you need all the values that can make industry work properly. You can't, somebody who has never set up a private company and run a private company and know the pains that you go through can never successfully provide leadership in a joint government private sector partnership. Now, let us come home. I believe, and we in our team strongly believe, that Waziri Atiku Abubakar was elected the party candidate after a strongly or a keenly contested convention in Port Harcourt. Now, I've read in the papers, I've seen people that are saying it is the turn of the Southeast. Let me be the first person to say that I believe and I agree that the Southeast legitimately deserves to provide the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let me assure you that there is no time I've ever been against the aspirations of the Southeast. All my friends, all those who know me, and I'm saying it publicly, know that I stood firmly by Odumegwu Ojukwu. Throughout his burial, throughout his existence, AIT covered those all hours free of charge, not one dime. Because I told the world, I said, Odumegwu Ojukwu is my hero. I'm sure Iyom is here and can bear witness to it. The 2014 conspiracy about creation of more states for the Southeast were held in my house, and I spearheaded the creation of additional states for the Southeast. I need to also draw attention to the fact that in the Federal Republic of Nigeria today, the South requires restructuring. We all have asked for restructuring in various forms and in various ways. The only person who has told Nigerians from 2019 very consistently and clearly that restructuring is required is Atiku Abubakar. There's no other person. And there are a lot of factors that is interwoven with. For this time, I traveled, I've told you now, that this is our 30th state. And by the time I was going around the various parts, I was confronted with a clear-cut question. PDP has said, okay, throw open. There was an Ekweremadu report that said give it to the North in 2019. After the elections of 2019, there was a Bala Mohammed report which said that the two most disadvantaged areas is the Northeast and the Southeast. That is from these two. And at this very particular point in time, whether we like it or we don't like it, whether we want to admit it, we don't want to admit it, everybody knows that there's a problem with IPOB. And this problem of IPOB, we need time to sort it out and agree all through. So immediately right now, election coming up next year, unless we clean this propaganda I provide on AIT, free of charge, every information, everything to support and defend IPOB, because it's a result of injustice. It's a result of carelessness towards the people of the Southeast. And we need to remedy it and get it right, because every part of Nigeria will become IPOB. Unless we address this very carefully, but we have to do it very tactfully. You don't want a situation that the country is plunged into another civil war. We are for one united Nigeria, and I know that the Southeast, and particularly Anambra State, is for one united Nigeria. And that is not deniable. Therefore, we need somebody whom we can ride on his back, who can walk with us to make it easier for us to be able to have power transferred to the Southeast. But power must come to the Southeast. It must. It's just now the technicality of obtaining it. If we are too much in haste, with all the negative propaganda that we have had over this period, you can't go to the northern states and say, oh, please come and support us, or even the southwest. All those that are clamoring that they want presidency to be zoned to the south, they are not asking for it because of the southeast. They are asking it for their own interests. They are not asking because of the southeast. Yes. So, if we genuinely want to, this day, this night, say, southeast, we are going to go, Atiku Abubakar will support the southeast without any reservation. He will support the southeast without any reservation. But these people who are talking about this southern presidency, they are talking of it because of the southwest and the south-south. Look at it. Check it properly. If push comes to shove, which one of them will stand and defend? Is it not a man and a woman that produces a child? Yes. So, the person who out of all these people has an Igbo child? Who? Those ones that are even a part of Igbo land, they disclaim Igbo land, they deny when the time comes. But in reality, it is only Atiku Abubakar that can share that he is an in-law, he is an Igbo man, he has what to drop. So he is the one we can trust. Yes. He is the one whom we should trust, because his children are also Igbos. My dear brothers and sisters, I want to very wholeheartedly thank all of you for giving us the opportunity to meet with you on a Sunday, for all the sacrifices that you have made to listen to us. May God Almighty bless and reward you. May we all work together successfully to forge a Nigeria in which our children will not be second-class citizens. So, I want to urge you, I want to ask you to kindly support the People's Democratic Party to win the next election. The mood in all the 30 states have been is that people are anxious, people are hungry for a PDP national presidency. I can tell you for free of charge that the people we have consulted also in the 30 states, minus 1 or 2, so that's about 28 states, have said their first choice is Atiku Abubakar. And in the 1 or 2 states, because their leader or their leaders are contesting, so the next possible person they will vote for will be Atiku Abubakar. But Atiku Abubakar is your son. I offer him to you as the first choice. I offer him to you for all the values that we have. It's not about sentiments. It's not about emotions. You will definitely benefit from it, and write it down that today I came, I pleaded with you. You will remember today for a very long time to go. God bless you. Thank you very much.
I think he deserves more than that. Thank you. You can be seated now. Welcome. Very few questions or comments. But
Entire delegation here. Thank you for the consultation. When this happened in 2019 in this very hall, all the contestants, I think almost 70 or 80% of them came to this hall, and we welcomed them. And I recall that the day Waziri came, I was also asked to speak. And I entered a caveat when I spoke to say that I'm a Waziri man. People remember that? Yeah. Because I was a member of his nomination council. So I didn't want people to think I was supporting him and dragging everybody out of blind faith. But we welcome him. And I also said that I will tell him what I said to the other candidates. That if they run and get the ticket, they should come back to the Southeast. Wasn't that what I said? They should come back to Anambra State because we have materials here who are qualified to be vice president. He did. He kept faith with us. Today, we are at a juncture, and despite everything you've said, which I agree with you, we have qualified people in the Southeast that can rule Nigeria. Let's be honest about it. Qualified. And we have some of them in this state. This country belongs to all of us. But we are also mindful of the realities that you spoke about. Those exigencies that will make you to drive instead of flying to Enugu. Because you are afraid of flying, so you drive. Or the exigencies that will make you to fly to Enugu instead of driving. These are realities of politics. So we've heard you. I wish it was Waziri that was here himself. We trust you. And I'm sure he will come. But in listening to you and the offer you made about Waziri and where he's going, and he's very competent, very, very, perhaps the best or one of the best tutored, prepared, trained, qualified to run for presidency. But our people have a saying that when you're chasing a cow and it wants to run away, you cut the tail. Isn't it true? And the English people have a saying that half loaf is better than none. Why do I say this? If I come today, like most people here, some will not dare not say what I'm going to say, and say I support Waziri to go. They say, aha, he's anti-Igbo. He's Igbo, but he doesn't support the Igbo people. If I say I don't support Waziri to go, they say, you see, these people, they don't really recognize the reality. The sentiment across board then becomes, like our people say, if east does not work, wars must work. So all I'm telling you is to pass on the message. Because we are not the only people in the Southeast. There are people who have declared in other states, and they are entitled to it. That we have to be categorical about what we are offering in lieu of any consideration that an Igbo man will not be the next president of the country. So if Waziri is running, I communicate with him and I will tell him if he was here. He has to be clear about it. So that we can look, if we are looking, let's look for that half loaf of bread and know that we have it. Because it's very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. And that is my first message. And the other thing I will tell you as you go away from here is a practical example of which all of us have suffered from. My brother here should have been the governor-elect. My brother here should have been the governor-elect. Why was he not? He's from the South. Some of us took the position that it's the turn of the South. But there were people in our party who did not agree that it was turn of the South. And what did we end up with? A splinter party. Isn't that true? And that's why we lost the election. That's why we lost the election. Because if we had rallied together in this state, PDP together as one state, one house, he would have been the governor. And that is something you must project to the national. If we splinter PDP along ethnic lines, sentiments, I dare say we will not have the presidency in 2023. That is something we need to consider. So I haven't taken sides, but I've spoken candidly, well beyond what a diplomat will say. But our people say that the ear that hears the message is inside. I'm sure you get my drift, sir. Thank you.
What I wanted to say was that, first of all, I want to acknowledge Waziri. Waziri, I know him personally and he knows me. And if I have benefited anything from anybody in PDP, it is only Waziri. And if you asked me, if I wasn't an Igbo woman, and you asked me who should be the president of Nigeria for life, I would say it's Waziri. That's the truth. Because I know him and I know what he can do. And I know him very well. Waziri is a different Nigerian. He has no, in his house, you will see Nigeria. And he does not discriminate against anybody, whether poor, rich, woman, man, no discrimination. When he was vice president, it was the only place you will drive towards the villa and his gate is open. He does not eat alone. When he's eating, at least, not less than 50 people are having dinner or whatever with him. On the same table. It was on his table you see SAs and PAs and hangers on eating on the same table with Waziri. That's the kind of person he is. So for me, it is Waziri now, Waziri forever. But, onye Igbo ka m bụ. I'm sorry. I am an Igbo mother, first of all. I'm an Igbo person, first of all. Since the war ended, and I was part of the war, I fought in the war. Yes, I fought in the war. I did more than, I know what I did in the war. Therefore, for me, it is a very emotional and spiritual and, when I talk about it. And the trauma was so much that when we came out of the war, because we are Igbo people who do not know that Onya Abonya Hausa, Onya Abonya Yoruba, Onya Abonya, all we knew was that Onya Abonya Nigeria, we were all one. One Nigeria. That's the Igbo man, the typical Igbo man. One Nigeria. So, because of that spirit that we had, it was easy for the Igbo man to move into Nigeria again, forget that there was a war, not think about it, and continue as if nothing happened. And we made one big mistake. Because I call it a mistake now, with hindsight. We did not pass on the story to our children. We did not give them bitterness That's why today the Igbo man is not bitter against any Nigerian. But on the other side, it's not the same. They still feel that we must be punished. We have not been punished enough. And that is the truth of Nigeria. And you hear people saying they can never, a person can never rule this country. How do you say that kind of thing? How do you want us to feel? High Chief has said it. I don't want to repeat what he said. He said that it is because of that attitude that you now have all this resistance. And it will continue and grow worse unless Nigerians decide that it is one Nigeria and take everybody as the same. It pains me to hear that Igbo, they can never give an Igbo man presidency. An Igbo man can never be. Oh, we are not ready. There's no Igbo man. That is a lie from the pit of hell. If there is anybody that is ready and fit for the presidency of this Nigeria, it is the Igbo man. Because he has the qualification, he has the education, he has the spirit, he has the love of this country more than any other person. Bring one person and show me, except Waziri. That's the truth. That's the truth. No other person. So, as an Igbo person, Oho has said, oh, come and you get lose, and you be the audit. Because we must take this country from APCO, we must save this country. And if the only way we can save this country is by Onyibo Chelugodu, do you understand? Ka Onya Noa, Gagodu, Ogacha Konya, and you negotiate any of Mofuma. Oh boy, who goes in Inaya Keji. Honor, one term. Oh, well, yeah, or Pali Apiani, can you chicana? Everyone can when I wear. And I wear. Oh, Nobria, and I dovia. Oh, Adosa, I need a tabuvia. So, High Chief. Because there is also that's no emeritus chairman of AIT. If there is one person love Nigeria, okay. What can you now? Yoruba, Hausa, he does not care. And he's the only businessman. That is why you are not like Dangote. They are not putting you in Forbes this thing like Dangote. They want 3 trillion. Because business here for Nigeria. For everybody, for anything that will make this country stand, he will give his services free of charge. As a Nigeria, you cannot pay because of the services that has given this country. I'm talking commercial value, apart from every other thing. So Munia, the very good. Imanan Nanuti na their side. Akwa team ko. Team anokwanana. Iya kwe leading agase. So, and everybody need a galebe. Onye no abo head of service na Kaduna. Muni awe meet na Nakuru. All my neighbor. And I can't put na able friends na Kuru. abịakwa meet na PDP Wadata Plaza, National Organizing Secretary. Ojire m egwu m eji ekwu egwu. Onye ọ na-agba mbọ for Nigeria. Ọ na-agba mbọ for Nigeria. Engineer jide ka na-akpụ ya. Anything na name if you are na PDP. From Obasanjo to Atiku, from Vanchani no, you are doing very well. I don't know anyone. I don't know Abia. So none, all of you that came, onye ndi Kaduna, Ajia, no, one name, Princess, Kedi, sorry for Okanichelinia, the Abia, Ochirozo. What is his street title? In Abia. His Royal Highness Ochirozo Kanaza. Aguda Hotel. Aguda Hotel na Abuja. Are very welcome. But seriously, we want to be president. Seriously, if you happen to be, if PDP says you will be president, all of us will give you 100% support. I will be a campaign manager. If PDP give you. If PDP don't give you, only Bogabu president.
Indeed, they did me the honor of visiting me in my house yesterday, and I've said a few things which I'm amazed that it was as though Oho and the young listened to a conversation. Indeed, the sentiment is the same. I don't want to repeat what I've said. In terms of competence, capacity, qualification, nobody can take it away from Waziri Atiku Abubakar. But, and there's a serious but there, the Igbos, for good reasons, are clamoring for presidency. It's an issue that we consider important, delicate, and sensitive. So, this consultation is very good and is most welcome, but obviously it's not going to be enough. We'll all need to sit down in a room, right-thinking leaders, especially from the Southeast, and agree how to move forward. It's not a discussion for the public. We must sit down and talk about this and agree way forward. And that was my message to you yesterday. And so, I wish all of us well. One thing is clear, PDP must take over Nigeria 2023. And to do that, cohesion is important, unity is important. We can't splinter. We can't afford to make mistakes. There are many factors to bring on board. We need to sit down with our governors of PDP extraction and take it or leave it. Anambra, and I also dare say, the Southeast, has most to offer for PDP to take over. And I don't say because of the number of votes that come from the Southeast, because there's a big mistake people usually make by thinking that how much votes are coming from Anambra, Imo, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Abia, forgetting that Igbos are the second largest in every other state in Nigeria. And so, this is a sentiment that must be taken that seriously. And I can assure you, if we sit down and have a good conversation, we will get to that right destination. And at the end of the day, one thing is clear. Nigeria is yearning for PDP, and Nigeria is yearning for restructuring, and Nigeria, it is also time for us to sit down and harmonize how to forge on a common ground and direction. So on that note, let me again thank you. A lot has been said about the quality of this team, I said it yesterday again. If there are people I respect in PDP, they're here. This man has fought and sacrificed for this party and is a role model for me. High Chief Raymond Dokpesi. I am excited to have him come down here in this conversation. Also, Engineer Jide, in fact, I can say this, if the national chairmanship of PDP was zoned to the south-south, it would have been him. If it was zoned to the southwest, it would have been him. That's the quality of people we have on this team. So welcome back to Anambra State, and the rest of the team, please, God bless you and travel safe.
In 2018, we had no need to start talking about if this or that. In 2018 at Port Harcourt, all the delegates from Anambra State. How many of you were in port with us? If you are in port, raise your hand, yeah? We received no dime from Atiku Abubakar, and we resolved before we left for the stadium that we were going to vote for Atiku Abubakar. Am I not correct? Yes. We all resolved. We met from midnight till morning, and without receiving a dime, we said we are headed to the stadium to go and vote for Atiku Abubakar. We didn't need anybody to come for any negotiation or whatever. The rest is history. Moments has changed, and there is a great need for negotiated solution and rapprochement towards 2023. That's the summary of all what our leaders are saying here. We need to negotiate this now. The interests of the Igbos must be on the front burner. And we all would say, okay, this is how it's going to be today. This is how it's going to be tomorrow. And when we get to that bridge, we can then cross it. Yes. I want all of us, I want to crave the indulgence of all of us to be upstanding to appreciate the man, High Chief Raymond Dokpesi, who is the leader of this delegation. I want us to appreciate him because in the course of our building up the party PDP, I met with him in Abuja at Ojelibo's residence. And he asked me, Chairman, what do you want me to do for you? I said, I want you to give me publicity for every activity of the PDP. And there and then, he called one Kingsley Ezama, one of his aides, and directed him that anything coming from Anambra PDP must be carried on AIT. I said, I want you to be upstanding to appreciate him. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, once again. Please. Once I called Kingsley, the matter is done. And they kept on that till the end of our building up until we got into the campaigns. As has been said by our leaders, the delegation is a high-powered one. It's as if Atiku is here with us. But we know we will still meet with Atiku. Yes, sir. Thank you for being in this very move with our brother, Dr. Nwachukwu. Nwachukwu is a go-getter. He is a young man that puts his heart to whatever he believes in. The day I learned that he was with the team, I said, that's great. So hold on to him. Hold on to him. We've heard all that has been said, and we can assure you that when you meet with our leaders and we all sit and talk, that at the end of the day, positive outcome will be the result. Thank you for being in Anambra State, and we wish you journey mercies as you traverse the length and breadth of this country. Your journey will be very smooth. Those you talk to will hear you and hearken to your voices. May the good Lord guide and direct us in Jesus' name. Amen. Atiku Abubakar! PDP! Power to the people! Power to the people! PDP! Atiku Abubakar! Atiku Abubakar!
Abubakar. 2023. Atiku Abubakar. 2023. All Igbo youth. All Igbo youth. Atiku Abubakar. 2023. Atiku Abubakar. 2023. Atiku Abubakar. 2023. Atiku Abubakar. All Igbo youth. All Igbo youth. Igbo youth for Abubakar. 2023. Abubakar. 2023. Abubakar. 2023. All Igbo youth. All Igbo youth. All youth. Sign Abubakar.
All Igbo youth. Atiku Abubakar. PDP. PDP.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.